got some chest capture on Florence. Now before I get into this, just want to ask a big favour, if you can rate the video what you think it deserves, give it a cheeky like or a dislike, that would be really great. So I'm just going to go into just roughly how to play, just the basics. Now when you start here, you've got 2 rounds, 2 5-minute rounds of a full 10-round game, just like Manhunt, but instead of just killing, you've got the objectives in the game. So you'll either start off attacking or defending the objective, which is the crates, and then you'll switch over. So I'm defending here on the first round, and what happens is when you're defending is you have the 3 crates in the level, and you've got to stop, you've got to kill the targets who are trying to capture the chests. Simple as that. However, it does get a bit complicated, because when you start off defending, you don't see where the crates are, which is a bit silly, to be fair. I mean, when you start off a game like this, you know it's a new mode, and there's no tutorial or anything. You're starting it, especially when you're defending the chests and you don't know where they are. It does get it got me a bit frustrated, but to be fair, I figured out, I mean, everybody probably knows this, but you need to look at the radar at the bottom and see where the targets are, and then just go over to where the targets are, and they will be by the chests, and then you'll be able to defend the chest from there. When you're defending, you want to try, they're always going to get 1 chest. You don't want to try and defend all 3 chests. They all have different values. I mean, the first 2 chests that they capture will only be worth 150 points, and then the last chest will be worth 400, because once it gets down to 1 chest, everybody's going to be going for it, so it's worth a bit more. So you've got 3 chests to defend, and as I say, you want to try and get down to 2 chests and just defend the 2 chests. So when in the second round, when you're attacking the chest, you're trying to capture them. When you first spawn into the game, you know where the chests are. It tells you on the screen where all 3 of the chests are, and you can go straight to them. Now when you're not playing with a team, it's a bit harder, because what happens is each chest is worth different. Like I said, the first 2 chests that you capture are worth 150 points, but it's worth 150 points times the amount of people that are capturing the chest at the same time. A bit like in Call of Duty, where, you know, domination or whatever, where multiple people can capture the chest. When multiple people are capturing it, you capture it quicker. You get 150 points times the amount of people in the circle. So straight away, if you can get all 4 people to get the first chest, that's 600 points straight off the bat in under 20 seconds. Usually when you spawn and you attack the objective, you usually spawn pretty near to the first one. So when you're playing with a team, it's great, because you can just say, you know, everybody to you know, chest number 1, everybody goes to the chest, get the points, number 2, and you go from there and you stick with your team. These game modes really are, you know, team orientated, and you have to really be with a team. If you're not with a team, it doesn't really matter too much. I mean, you can see here I get a pretty decent game, but there's a few mistakes, like you can see here. In a minute, at the moment I'm patrolling on the roof, just spotting people out for my team to just mop up and kill. And you'll see that one of the players here poisons a target that I lock onto, and then once he's poisoned him, I jump on to get my streak bonus, my 5 silent kill streak. Now he hasn't got a mic, he's not speaking to me, and he's poisoned him. And what you want to do, obviously, if you're in a team, the other guy's going to go, look, I've poisoned the guy, don't kill him. But because we're not in a team, that's one of the disadvantages. There isn't any communication. So when stuff like that happens and you go in for the kill, you're not going to get it. It is a bit, it's just one of those things. You're not ever going to, you know, you're not ever going to get past it. So I mean, it's not a big thing or anything, and that's that. But you can see here I do get a really good round in here, the first round, where we're attacking. But in the second round, when we're defending, a lot of the crates that I'm trying to attack in the second round, I make a lot of mistakes, and I have the wrong ability set out, and I pick the wrong classes, and There's a few things that I want to go over because I think you learn best from your mistakes, and I've learnt loads looking back from this video and a few others that I've looked at. So I'm going to go over in this round. This round we're attacking the objective, so I'm going to go over a few things that I see in the video that that I can point out. So here we're just defending. So I'm picking out my class, and I'm going to pick my attack class, which I'm using smoke and charge. So I mean, with attack and defense, you want to be using smoke. Definitely, you want smoke. It trumps all. It's the best ability for defense. So you definitely want smoke. And then, really, in the second category, it's up to you really. Disguise is probably the best one. You'll see here, I start off here, and I'm trying to attack this objective. Now, their whole team is in this objective. They're inside the circle, waiting for me to come. And from the very start, I use both my abilities. I do get 2 stuns, but I've used both my abilities. I've got to wait for them to cool down. And you don't really want to be doing that. You want to stay. You want to try and stay alive. You got to be stealthy, and you've got to stick with your team. Here I'm just running in, and I'm not paying attention to what's going on. I'm just running in, trying to get 1 stun. Here, this solo dolo guy, he hasn't done anything. He's just stood there, and I've just ran to him, and he's got an easy 500 points off me that I could have avoided. And you'll see soon that I changed my my class out for something else, for the disguise, I think. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, that's it really. I mean, I've got some team games that I'm going to be posting up soon. There's a few other mistakes that I make in other videos as well that I'm going to go over. But there's another thing I want to talk about, and that is Gears of War. Now, I'm a huge Gears fan, and there's a few things happening recently that have got my attention. Basically, the beta for the Gears 3 multiplayer is coming out soon, and there hasn't been a lot of detail about it. We've had like a multiplayer like preview of it, and a few details here and there about the early access with the Bulletstorm. But today's Wednesday. Tomorrow, Thursday, there's going to be a Microsoft press conference kind of thing going on, and they're going to be announcing loads of stuff with Microsoft related games. And people who made the game have said, and tweeted or said on the forums, that tomorrow is going to be a massive announcement for Gears. There's rumoured to be more multiplayer footage, release date for the game, when the beta is coming out, all the details like that, because we've pretty much been left in the dark as to when the beta is going to start and stuff. So I'm really looking forward to that. That's going to be brilliant. So we're going to get the information of that tomorrow, which is Thursday. So I'm going to make my second video tomorrow and post that up, and I'll be going into detail about the Gears 3 beta and that, because I'm definitely going to be playing that, and I'm going to be posting that up. So if you like Gears of War, you're going to love this. I'm getting it early access as well. So I mean, there isn't that much length in it, to be fair. There'll probably only be about a week or 2 weeks difference between the early access and the public beta, but once I get into it and I start posting stuff, I'll have it before other people, so you'll be one of the first few people to see Gears of War 3 multiplayer stuff, so really looking forward to that. Now, back onto Assassin's Creed. You just saw there in that circle where I've gone through with the next to the doctor guy, and I've switched out now, so I'm using my disguise. And when you use the disguise, you really want to use the 20-second one, because you want to get the maximum length out of it. You want to use the disguise, you want to get inside the circle, you want to try and use the disguise when they're not looking at you, because it's obvious if you're walking along and you you know, you're in front of all three of them and then you use the disguise, they're obviously going to know it's you. So you want to try and just before you turn the corner so they see you, use the disguise, and then go into the circle, try and sit on a bench, go into a crowd, and just be warned though, make sure when you're doing it, make sure you try and have your smoke bomb or your mute or your charge handy, because if anybody uses Templar vision, they're going to know where you are and they'll take you out pretty quick. It happens in another video, and you can see I'm making all sorts of silly mistakes in this video, but I'm going to go into a lot more detail about mistakes and how to, you know, all the class based stuff, all the abilities that you're better off using. This was one of the very first games that I played, coming back from you know, not playing very well, so I was pretty chuffed with this game. And
you have finished first.
Yeah, it's really good. So it's coming towards the end now. You can see I get 8,000 points, and I mean this isn't with the team, so you can imagine the points that you're gonna get with the team. So yeah, guys, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video, which will be posted up tomorrow with some Gears of War 3 stuff. Thanks, guys.